Vatican made that announcement of the Pope's death overnight.
It comes just weeks after he was released from the hospital where he was battling a case of double pneumonia. Eyewitness News reporter Jory Rand has more on the legacy the pontiff is leaving behind.
Pope Francis was elected Supreme Pontiff of the Catholic Church March 13, 2013. It was clear from the moment he emerged from behind the Vatican curtains that this would be a different era. Francis refused the traditional adornments of a new pope, opting instead for humble white robes. It was a sign of what was to come. Francis emphasizing humility and openness with a focus on the poor and oppressed. One of his favorite phrases was, "My people are poor and I am one of them." He declined the opulent and lavish living quarters of previous popes, instead living in a small apartment on the Vatican grounds and cooking his own meals. He bucked Catholic tradition when it came to things like homosexuality. The leader of the Catholic Church said, "Who am I to judge?" He gave his approval for Catholic priests to bless gay marriages and focused on things like the environment and immigration. His official Vatican biography reads, his project is simple. If you follow Christ, you understand that trampling upon a person's dignity is a serious sin. Pope Francis was born Jose Bergoglio in Argentina in 1936 to Italian immigrant parents. He entered the seminary as a young man and worked as a literature and psychology teacher before becoming a priest in 1969. He rose through the Catholic Church and was named a cardinal in 2001 by Pope John Paul II. He asked the Catholic faithful around the world not to come to Rome to celebrate, but instead donate what they would have spent on the pilgrimage to the poor. 4 years later, he was part of the conclave that elected Pope Benedict XVI. It was a tumultuous 8 years, fraught with controversy and cover-ups over the child sex abuse scandal within the church. When Benedict became only the 6th pope to ever step down, a new conclave elected Francis the 266th pope, the first ever from the Americas.
Mr. Speaker, the Pope of the Holy See.
In 2015, Francis visited the U.S., speaking before a joint session of Congress and visiting Ground Zero in New York, laying a flower at the 9/11 memorial.
This nation, under God, might have a new birth of freedom. Building a future of freedom requires love of the common good.
President Trump met with the pontiff during his first term at the Vatican in 2017. A year earlier, the Pope had said Trump was not a true Christian because of his plans for the border wall. The question now is, will the church continue the movement that Francis has begun or return to a more closed and stricter Catholic doctrine? Jory Rand, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
And Pope Francis made history as the first ever Latin American pontiff.
Eyewitness News reporter Monica Vianda live in Atwater Village with more on his lasting impact here in the Southland. Monica.
Rachel, John, good morning. Yeah, this is really heartbreaking news for the Catholic faithful. He had a huge impact on so many communities, but especially the Latin American community, with him being the first Latin American pontiff to lead the Catholic Church. And now the Vatican announced that the 88-year-old pontiff passed away this morning, and that comes just a day after we saw him. Take a look. You can see here he came out and made an appearance on Easter Sunday from the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica. He was seen waving at the faithful, even offering a few words before heading out. The Pope, who struggled with chronic lung disease, was admitted to the hospital on Valentine's Day and spent 38 days there for a respiratory crisis that developed into double pneumonia. He was released from the hospital almost 5 weeks ago to the relief of Catholics around the world, including this man from Pasadena who I spoke to the morning after the Pope went home from the hospital. Take a listen.
Incredible leader for the entire world, about peace, about hope, about forgiveness, about love. We need more people like Pope Francis around the world at this time of war and kind of craziness around the world.
Pope Francis was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and made history in 2013 as the first Latin American pontiff to lead the Catholic Church. From the get-go, he charmed the world with his humble style and concern for the poor. He was a more progressive pope, reaching out to LGBTQ+ Catholics, meeting and apologizing to sex abuse victims of the church, advocating for refugees and migrants, all while working to reform the scandal-marred Vatican Bank, making trips all around the world, including to Latin America, and always preaching for unity, love, and humility. And again, his impact was just felt around the world. You heard from that man that we spoke to a few weeks ago. I personally spoke to him, and he told me the Pope is like no other Pope that we've had before. He really just wants love, unity, and for everybody to respect each other. He will be deeply missed. Reporting live in Atwater Village, Monica de Anda, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Yeah.